Hi everyone and welcome to another video. This time we're going to be looking at the role the railways played in World War II. Before I start this video, I would like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you want to. I will greatly appreciate it. Also, if you do like the video, please do give it a like. So, anyway, the first wave of evacuations of children and vulnerable adults took place in the first week of September 1939, immediately after the outbreak of World War II. All of the big four railway companies, Great Western Railway, London Midland and Scottish Railway, London and North Eastern Railway and Southern Railway were involved. Throughout Britain, 3,823 special trains carried 1,334,360 school children and some adults in the evacuation of the 1st to the 4th of September 1939, which was achieved over and above the scheduled services, according to the National Railway Museum. Meanwhile, 10,000 Jewish children fleeing Nazi persecution arrived in London Liverpool Street Station between 1938 and 1939. Today, a statue at the station commemorates the Kindertransport mission. The railways played a huge part in the evacuation of Dunkirk in May and June 1940, when more than 338,000 Allied troops were rescued from the shores of northern France. The operation was effectively carried out blind, according to the National Railway Museum, because they were unable to accurately gauge the number of troops arriving in England or the rate of the landings at particular piers or docks. As a result, the railway operation remained as flexible as possible so trains could respond as needed. On the 27th of May 1940, 186 trains of coaches from all railway companies were created and sent to the ports, loaded with troops and sent to reporting points to obtain directions to the final destinations. A total of 620 trains moved more than 319,000 troops from their landing points to locations all over the country. The National Railway Museum said the industry achieved this whilst moving government traffic and carrying out further evacuations of children. On the 6th of June 1940, troops were evacuated from other parts of France to the southwest of England, requiring another 200 trains. Railway restaurant cars were withdrawn from service on the 5th of April 1944 as part of the build-up to Operation Overlord, otherwise known as D-Day, the Allied invasion of Europe for the rest of the war. By the end of May 1944, 264,000 train miles were cut from the timetables as the tracks were cleared for Overlord. Overcrowding on services remained until restrictions were relaxed that October. By D-Day, passengers would have been accustomed to the war-related disruption to their journeys. Rail freight activity, for instance, grew significantly. In 1939 alone, the railway moved more than 254 million tonnes of goods and more than 90 million parcels across Britain, according to the trade body Rail Delivery Group. Just like World War I, the number of women working on the railway rose substantially during World War II. By the end of World War II, the number of women in railway jobs had increased from 635 in 1939 to 10,899 in 1945. About 13,000 women worked on the railway at the beginning of World War I in 1914, mostly in domestic jobs such as cleaning, washing and waitressing. With 100,000 men enlisted, women stepped in to fill essential functions. More than 1.6 million women took on traditionally male jobs, with more than 100,000 working in various forms of transport, particularly as engineers. And to finish off this video, perhaps one of the most famous stories of the railway during World War II is its role in providing shelter and food for servicemen and civilians. The most striking drawings in the Network Rail archive include this plan shown on the screen for an air raid shelter at London Waterloo Station. And that's a lot, folks. So once again, thank you very much for watching the video. Please remember to do like, share and subscribe.